What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning into the Superhuman Garden YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be giving you a tour of the garden, and we'll be doing some work along the way. So you can kind of see this is our main garden here, and we'll get to that in just a second. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, so from here where the slide is all the way across where you see grass is starting to grow, it used to be a 500 square foot deck, okay? But you can see this area here, which was once a part of the deck. We've got a little flower bed going on that I put together over the last week or so. So we're really starting to pick things up in the garden. Now, first things first, unfortunately, I'm in grow zone 5, and when it comes to fruit trees, you don't know if you're going to have your tree actually survive winter. It's pretty common here for trees not to come back through winter because you're dealing with such treacherous weather, whether you're talking high winds, negative, temperatures, so forth and so on. Now, I have 2 fruit trees, okay? 2 peach trees. So I'm gonna show you. So we got this one here, which is completely dead. And what I'm gonna do is just reuse this soil here for, certain parts of the garden. And now we actually have this peach tree here where this time of year, fruit will be starting to grow, but since it's kind of, at that point to where it's still alive, but it's got dead foliage on it, what we're gonna do is prune it down. And you know that it's not completely dead because we have a leaf growing there. We've got a small one growing here. So it's not completely dead, but you can see that we have dead branches here that could be kind of adding to the issues with this tree. So I'm gonna take my pruners out. We're gonna start to prune the dead parts of the tree, and then maybe later this week I'll give this fruit tree a little fertilizer. I don't want to do too much too soon. I want to kind of do a little bit at a time. All right, so for example, we can see this branch here is dead, and it basically is not going to do the tree any justice. So we're just going to prune it there. Okay, now we have more dead branches here. So if we look at this one here, it doesn't look like it's gonna come back at all. So I'm gonna snip it here, okay? And now you can see we've got dead little branches all throughout here. So I'm just gonna go boom, boom, just start to clean it up, okay? This one is dead, it's not coming back. We want to get rid of all that dead stuff right here. It's not coming back. So you can see the difference. This one has color. The one behind it doesn't. So the one behind it, going to take that one. All right. This one looks like it's entirely dead. So I'm going to go here, take that off. Let's see. Anything else dead? Yep, we got more dead here. Take that. More dead there. Let's see. This one doesn't look like it's gonna come back, so I'm gonna take that. So we're really just cleaning it all up here. Give this tree a chance to come on back. Boom. All right, so it looks to be a lot better. Now, one thing I want to point out, and this is why you want to keep mulch and your soils away from the base of the tree. All right. So as you can see here, here's damage. We know that pests have come through, and I should have did a better job at making sure this tree was taken care of before winter kind of settled in. So I'm just taking some of that out. Let it dry out. I'm gonna take these weeds out as well. Take that one. clean it up really nice, give it a chance to come on back. All right, so we've done what we can do with this tree, and we're just gonna wait, you know, a week or two, come back, like I said, maybe later in the week, give it a little fertilizer. Now, one thing I want to point out before we get to the main part of the garden, which is here, just below here, you can see we've used some pallets to make a garden bridge. So you can see kids have toys and stuff around here, but this is a cheap way to make a garden bridge. So you can see just walking straight across there. That way feet don't get wet. Now, let's start with the herbs. So we have oregano growing here. So it's growing back pretty invasive compared to last year. You can see it's starting to spread away, which is fine. I really don't care if it takes over this entire area. I'm fine with that. Okay. Now, if you ever see these in your yard, this is actually a natural carrot that grows. Okay. So yes, carrots grow naturally. So let's go ahead and pick this and see what the root looks like. So you can see a little baby carrot here. Now I know we have big ones around here, but just to kind of let you guys know, and the smell is much more intense than the carrots you'll buy at the grocery, or even the ones you may even plant yourself. The natural carrots are delicious. Give them a try if you see them. Now we actually have chives growing here. We've got sage growing back from last year, and I got to do some cleaning up around here, but hey, we'll get to that. We've got mint starting to grow. Now, we had it planted here last year, and you can see how it's starting to spread all over, okay? And we've got lemon balm here. It's looking nice. Now, this area here, here's another one of those carrots. Yeah, see? There we go. That's a natural carrot, and these are pretty good, too. So I'm going to plant this tree collard here and here. This is actually in the shade, and I want to test and experiment on how tree collards grow in the shade. So let's go ahead and get that planted. All right, so I'm gonna set the camera here. All right, hopefully you guys can see me. I'm gonna use my manual tiller to break it all up. And here it used to be kale is what we had last year, and it did pretty good. So that has me pretty interested to see how well tree collards will do here. Okay, so we got that all tilled up. I'm gonna take this one, put it right on in there. All right, take that one, put it right on in here as well on the other side. Those roots out of there. And so now with this experiment, gonna see how the tree collards do in the shade. Okay, next we have more sage. And this sage here I've been growing for maybe 3 years, and you can see the stems are getting longer and longer. We've got more mint here. You can see this was the initial planting zone here. You can see they're just starting to spread all over. Same thing with our spearmint. The initial planting zone was here last year, and you can see they're starting to go all over. And like I said, I don't care how far they spread back here. It is what it is. Parsley, we started growing this last year, and they are probably about 18 inches long. So they are really, starting to look nice. All right. Now, let's go ahead and start going into the main part of the garden. So we'll walk back across the bridge, and then we'll start to look at what we got going on. maybe do a little harvesting of some broccoli, and let's go ahead. So first things first, you can see we've got a ton of corn ready to go, and I'm gonna wait until it dries up a little bit before I start to plant them, because it's pretty wet and it probably wouldn't be the best time to do that. All right, so now you can see we have cucumber planted here, cabbage. This is supposed to be a purple broccoli, but I don't know. It's kind of looking like a collard. We'll see. Another cucumber here, another cabbage, broccoli. So you can kind of see the order I have things planted. We got some succession planting going on. And I know that the cucumber has enough room. I know my broccoli has enough room. And that's why I have them kind of planted together. Broccoli will be done with this pretty soon. So, you know, then we'll throw some watermelon or something else to kind of fill in for the broccoli. Okay, so more broccoli here. You can see we got some onion from last year that just magically popped up out of nowhere. More cabbage. So this entire row, you can see we've got food kind of growing together. Now I know you noticed that we have a lot of cabbage. My wife said she wants lots of cabbage this year, so that's exactly what we're doing. All right, and now you can see we've got cabbage here, and they're growing all the way down. Now in between the cabbage in the second row, we have more tree collards. So in between, so again, cabbage, tree collard, cabbage, there'll be another tree collard there, so forth and so on. All right, so we got a lot of brassicas growing this year. Now, another thing I want to point out, next to the cabbages in the second row, you can see we've got carrots growing. All right, so again, we've got a lot going on. In addition to that, I know you've seen these forks, and I've done a video talking about why I have those. Make sure you guys look at the rest of the videos to figure out why I have these forks planted. So today, we will also be harvesting some broccoli, okay? So you can see we're starting to get some decent heads of broccoli. Now this one I'll let go a little bit too long, but we're gonna harvest it anyway and eat it tonight, and I guarantee you it's gonna be good, okay? So let me go ahead and get my loopers. I thought I had them in my pocket here, but apparently I left them. So now, this is a little bit earlier than we normally harvest the broccoli, but due to the drastic temperature changes, going from the 80s, you know, for an entire week back down to the 40s as a high, really messed our broccoli growth up with some of the plants. So as you can see, we got side shoots growing here. So once I take this middle head here, boom, and I let this one grow a little bit too long, but it'll still be good, and we're still going to eat it. You can see more broccoli is ready to go, and this is Emerald Crown broccoli. All right, so this one I could take it, but I think I'm gonna let this one go a little bit longer before we get the head on that one. Same thing with the one behind us, but you can see some of the ones that are kind of slow to pump are starting to go now. But let's go ahead and get some more broccoli. So this is another nice head here. Go ahead, get that one as well. So I'm gonna go here, boom, more broccoli. That's pretty nice there, huh? See what else we can get. Probably get that head there. That one looks decent enough. Bigger than the ones back that way. So let's go ahead and get that one. Boom. decent head here. The kids wanted broccoli tonight, so you're gonna get it for them. Another nice head here. Look at that. It's a pretty nice one there. Boom. All right. And in this row, you can see little watermelon starting to grow. So we've got a lot of succession plant. Now, we do have this rhubarb here, which is growing massively. Surprisingly, this Swiss chard survived winter. And you can see we got a lot going on this year as far as brassicas go. And hey, we're starting to intercrop the summer plants as well. I'm sorry, summer crops. All right, here's another one we'll get here. Cut it, boom. Let's see what else we got. That one looks to be decent. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one because it looks like it's gonna be going to seed soon. So we'll take that one, boom. It's gonna be a broccoli kind of night. Let's see what else we got. We got that one. Take that one as well. Get those side shoots starting to pop out on it. Let's see what else we got. Got another one there that I'm gonna let grow a little bit longer. But the one next to it, yeah, we're gonna hold off on that one. But this is a nice head. Look at that. Nice head of broccoli there. Let's go ahead and harvest that one. Boom. Get that one that fell there too. See what else we got. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that one too because it looks like it's gonna be going to seed soon. Now in this third row, what you'll see is we have Swiss chard right across from all of the broccoli. So again, Swiss chard, cabbage, broccoli, Swiss chard, cabbage, broccoli, so forth and so on. Look at this cabbage here, it's really starting to move. So maybe in another month or so, we'll be able to harvest that. Okay, and so in this third row, you'll see that we have collards growing, okay? And these are the top bunch collards. As you can see, we've got thyme, which is an herb that I haven't found a spot for it yet. So until I do, it'll kind of sit here. And I've got it angled to where hopefully if there's seeds around in it, it won't spread too much, okay? Now, let's go to the east side of the house. Okay, so starting with the southeast, you can see we've got collards. Remember, we made this raised bed the other day. Now, for some of you that were concerned about the roots hitting this fence here, this is how you can bury it, put a barrier between your roots in the wood. If you do have wood that carry chemicals, before I did that video, I knew that this wood didn't have the chemicals, but you never know, right? So we put barrier down anyway, that way you guys can see if you're worried about that. All right, so cabbage, you can see collards, cabbage, everything's looking good. Collards are starting to blossom. Now in this raised bed here, you got tomato, we got some okra popping up behind the tomato, more collards, cabbage. You know, you guys know I love collards and cabbage. So sunflower, all right, in here, and even in the first one, we forgot to kind of talk about. So again, we got sunflower with some of the not broccoli, but the cauliflower in here. Sorry, had a brain freeze there. Now let's go to the northeast of the house. Now I got to tell you what else we're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna be building another greenhouse. Okay, Now, bear with me. We've been doing a lot of renovating. This entire part of the yard was a deck, so it's been a task to clean that up. Now, this area here is going to be the greenhouse, the big greenhouse, and I'll start building that maybe sometime this month or next month. And you can see we got all this junk that'll be going out in a dump that we'll be ordering this month. So a lot going on. All right, so we've got some apple trees here. This one doesn't look like it made it, so you know what we got to do here. I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. Another apple tree, you can see apples are popping up all over this tree, and I've had this tree probably the longest out of any of the trees that I actually have. Old Faithful. Now, this is our strawberry patch. You can see starting to flower a bit. And I don't know if you guys remember, but last year I had the strawberries in the back, but you know, when temperatures start hitting 90 plus degrees, it just doesn't do well. So we found a nice shaded area where it's going to get, you know, 4 hours of sunlight, which is cool for the strawberries. And so far it looks like, I mean, it's been doing pretty good. Now, as you can see, this area here, which we've extended, is our tropical section. Now, if you remember, this section last year was maybe from here to there. Now you can see we've more than doubled, we've tripled the area as far as length goes. All right, and by next year, this entire area here will be extended along with it. So you don't have to be in a rush. You know, it's gonna be baby steps. Now, here's the reason why we're gonna have to extend it. So this banana plant here is going to start to shoot out suckers. This one is gonna shoot out a couple. Same with this one, so forth and so on. And so we're gonna need more room in order to, you know, house all of these banana plants, right? So I've got to make a bigger section in the garage that, you know, that we can keep away from the cats, right? So we also have more than the bananas. We've also got the pineapple, which has not produced any fruit in a couple years. Hopefully it'll produce this year. We got a mamey tree here. So we've got a lot going on in our tropical section. Now, I know you guys remember last year, we actually had corn all along here, and we'll be doing the same exact thing this year. Okay, so that's kind of what we got going on, you know, in the garden, guys. We got a lot of work to do, a lot of renovations to do. Once we get everything in order, again, like I said, I'll start to build that greenhouse. And speaking of greenhouses, let's take a look at what we got in one of our greenhouses. Now, we have 2 greenhouses now. One of them isn't being used, not gonna need it anymore. So in case you guys wanted to see the flower bed I put together, that's kind of what we have right now. We just wanted a simple, clean, modern look. What do you guys think about the flower bed? Now, as it starts to cool down, we'll intercrop some herbs, but I really didn't want to do the herbs. I don't know, this weird has just been weird, so I'll throw some herbs in there as it cools off. Greenhouse, sunflowers, we've got pumpkin, we've got more sunflower here, we got more corn and tomato and peppers in here. So we've got a lot going on. And I don't know if you guys remember, this greenhouse used to be a shed, and I converted it into a greenhouse, which is pretty nice. Here's the other greenhouse here. And so, yeah, we got a lot going on in our garden. yeah, I'll be keeping you guys posted on things as the weeks go on. So let me know what you guys think. Again, a lot going on. I'm expecting this year to be a really great garden year. Until next time, guys. Well, there is another section I need to show you really quick, which I'm gonna put back there with the other herbs. Sorry, really quick. So we have more lemon balm growing. I forgot to show you guys. We got 4 buckets worth. So planted these maybe a few months ago. That one's really doing well. This one's doing okay, and the other few are doing okay. But those are gonna go back in the section with our herbs in the shade. That way they do well as the weather heats up. We're gonna be doing a lot of teas with that lemon balm, and that's why we have so many. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you know can see what we got going on. Till next time, guys. Peace.